What's up YouTube, this is DxHowTo, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to softmod your Wii that's version 4.3. And if you don't have a Wii that's version 4.3, I have other videos that show you how to do these exact same hacks. And if you don't know how to check what Wii version you have, just go to Wii System Settings and it's in the top right corner. As long as you have version 4.3, this guide will work for you. It doesn't matter if your Wii is from the United States, from Europe, or from Japan, or if it's red or black or white, this guide will work. And there's a couple of things this video will do to your Wii. It'll downgrade it to 4.1 firmware, which is the best one to have. It'll install the homebrew Wii channel, which is great for apps and other things. And it'll install over 40 iOSs, which are essential for your Wii operating system. And it'll back up all your Wii files just in case something happens. And another great thing that this video will do will get you backup launchers so you can play backup copies of your games. Before we get started with the hacks, there's a few things you'll need. You'll definitely need a Wii, and it should be version 4.3 if you're following this guide. And if your Wii is below 4.3, click on the annotation above and it'll show you how to do all the same hacks in this video. You'll also need an SD card and possibly an SD card adapter. Only get the SD card adapter if you do not have a spot on your computer to plug in the SD card. If you don't already have an SD card lying around your house and you're going out to buy one, I suggest buying the one made by Nintendo. It might be a little more expensive, but it's 2 gigabytes and it's just an SD card, it's not an SDHC card. And you'll find out why that's beneficial for you later in this video. But if you already have one that says SDHC, it's not a big deal, it just might make things a little more complicated. And the most important thing you'll need is one of 3 games, either Indiana Jones, Original Adventure, Lego, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, or Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. And if you don't already own one of these 3 games, I suggest going out and renting Lego Indiana Jones Original Adventure because it's the easiest to use. But I'll also be showing you how to do it on Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And look in the description if you have Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. And please read the description, everyone. It'll answer a lot of your questions. And later I'll have some downloads to hack files that you'll need. You can download them now or just download them as I download them later. The first step is to download HackMe, and to get started, to plug your SD card into your computer, and once that opens up, go to My Computer, and we're going to need to format the SD card, so make sure to back up any files first that you need. Right click on the SD card and go to Format. Make sure you format it to FAT32 and leave it as the default allocation size. Uncheck Quick Format, and you can name it WiiSD like I am. Just click OK, and it might take some time, about 15 minutes max, but just be patient. And now that it's done formatting, you can close out of all this stuff and make sure your web browser is open. Obviously it is if you're watching this video, but look in the description of this video and you'll see a download to HackMe. Choose your right version based on your location and click download. You don't need WinRAR to download this, but I'm using WinRAR and it's just in a zip file, so unzip it, preferably to your desktop so you know where the files are. And it's not a big file, so it's a quick download. Make sure you download the right files based on what game you're using to do this hack. I'm using the Lego Indiana Jones, so I downloaded those files. Look in the description, I'll have all of the files for all 3 games. And once you have the download, the process is the same. You just need to copy the files to the SD card. You could extract them to the SD card, but I just copied them. I saved them to my desktop. And now we're ready to move on to the Wii part. The first way I'm going to show you is using Lego Indiana Jones Original Adventure. So if you want to do this with Smash Bros. Brawl, just skip ahead. And the first thing you need to do is start a new game. Just play the game and load up a level, then exit back to the main menu. And once you're on the main menu, make sure your SD card is plugged in and go to Wii Options, Data Management, Save Data, Wii, and then this will load up and you're going to want to click on SD card on the tab. And when that loads, you'll notice that there's 3 files that we've just put on the SD card. Choose the one that's for your proper area. I'm in the US, so I'm going to copy the US one to my system memory. But just copy the one you need to your system memory, make sure it's copied and you have enough blocks, and back out back to the system menu. Now load up the game. When you get to this screen, click on Load Game and load up the only game file you have. There should only be one because that's the one we just copied to the system memory. Confirm the load. When the game loads, it should spawn you in the main hall. And right now I'm just screwing around, so you don't need to do what I'm doing. I just thought going in this bush was kind of funny. You don't need to do that though, but it is kind of funny. But what you're trying to do here is get to this hallway right here. It leads you to the courtyard, and then the courtyard leads you to the art room. And sometimes you can get stuck in that door, but just keep pushing through. And once you're in the art room, go up to this strange black eye on the left and go to the figure with the two black shadows with the arrow surrounding it, and this strange thing will load up. You'll get this message that says this software must not be sold, it's a scam, blah blah blah. That's normal, and wait about 10 seconds and then it'll ask you to click 1. This is the HackMe installer, and if you did everything right so far, it should load up. And there you go, press 1 to continue. And now we're going to need to install the homebrew channel. Make sure it says in green can be installed. So go to install the homebrew channel, click on yes, and that'll install. Shouldn't take too long. And when it's done, install boot me, and try to install it as boot 2, but you probably won't get that, so just click install as iOS. That's what I'm doing. And then you're all done. You can exit out of this, and you now have the homebrew channel. As you can see, it's just bubbles. A lot of people send me messages saying, why is there just bubbles? This is all the homebrew channel is. It's a launcher to launch apps. If there's just bubbles, you don't have any apps. Now I'm going to show you how to load up HackMe and install the homebrew channel with bootme if you want to use Super Smash Bros. Brawl. So the first thing you need to do is look in the video description and you'll find the right files to download. Put them on your SD card like I did with the Lego Indiana Jones files, and then load up the game, but don't put your SD card in when you first load up the game. So when the game finally loads up, you're going to want to go to the vault, and on the vault go to Stage Builder, and on Stage Builder delete all the custom stages you have. If you don't have any, then don't worry about this. But after that, you want to put your SD card into your Wii right now, and when you put your SD card in, HackMe should load up and you should be good to go. And just do the same things I did before to install the homebrew channel. You guys can figure it out.